Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios here for another reaction video. Today, Andrew Tate talks about getting girls. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
They don't care. I mean, yeah, it's good for an Instagram page, but in general, they don't care. So you need to put together an Instagram which is appealing to females. You're a full-grown fucking man. If you're a full-grown man, you don't care about likes, and you don't care about keeping your Instagram updated. So if you only have your 5 or 6 best pictures, and that's all you have there, do that. Don't keep updating every day with new pictures of you and your friend drunk, because no one gives a fuck, bro. No one cares, and it's making you look like a dick, and it's damaging your fucking potential. Construct an Instagram front page, because they ain't gonna scroll down. The first 5 or 6 pictures that make a girl be interested in you, one way or another. I don't care if you have to get a professional photographer. I don't care if you have to rent a car. I don't care if you have to fuck. I don't care what lie you have to put the chicks. If you're gonna inbox a chick, that's the first thing you're gonna look at. That's all you've got. Do not give a shit about keeping people updated with your life, because no one.
So what Andrew's talking about is that Instagram is basically a dating app, and he's explaining like this idea works for Tinder as well, right? For any dating app that requires pictures, that's what you do, right? They're not going to scroll, they're not going to read any text. It's all about how you look in your image and what you're portraying in your pictures. 100%. Nothing else actually matters, right? They say that, you know, they want a nice guy or a guy to support them or a guy to take care of them. No, they just, if you're not good looking, it's a next. So just keep that in mind.
No one fucking cares about your shit life anyway. This is the absolute hard reality. Another thing you don't want to do, if you look on my Instagram, there's a picture of me with 4 guys sitting with leather jackets before we did some work in London. We're clearly Russian mob, so that's allowed. If you're clearly mafia or you're looking like a G, you're allowed. But in general, groups of pictures of men are a no. I'm telling you some solid no-nos
right.
for Instagram. Because living in the animal kingdom, it's always little shitty weak animals that are in huge groups. Prey, like fucking buffalo or whatever, even though they're strong, the prey, the things that get hunted are always in big groups. The hunters are like 1 or 2. Hunters are like lone soldiers. You don't see fucking 20 hunters together. If you think you and all your 20 friends are cool with your beers, 20 guys, a picture, no one gives a fuck. And if a girl looks at it, she's not going to know which one is you, and instinctively, she's going to think, beta, loser.
Instinctively, what she's going to think is, why is he hiding in a group of 20 guys? He must be a loser. That's the idea. Actually, I think Andrew is right about this.
You on your own, or you and someone else. 2 guys, 3 guys max, bang, I'm a G. You don't need to be having fucking big groups of things. Next thing, do not put any pictures of you with your mouth open. That soy face shit is taking over the world. You know when guys are uncomfortable in their skin, so they take a picture and they go like, or some shit. That's been scientifically proven in primates, monkeys. They open their mouth as a sign of submission. Primates, which are our closest cousin, when the alpha male monkey turns up, he's got pissed off face. And the other monkeys, when they see him, they kind of go and show their teeth as saying like, it's a submission thing, like don't hurt me. And nowadays, if you look at fucking a Democrat or a liberal or someone who doesn't support Trump, all of their pictures have got their fucking mouth open.
That's funny. That was actually funny. Nice joke, Andrew. Nice joke. But that's, you know, I've never heard about the chimpanzee behavior, but it makes sense. I mean, we're 98.7% related to chimpanzees, so it makes sense that their sign of weakness will be interpreted as a sign of weakness. Again, we have a common ancestor, so it actually does make sense. I've never heard this advice before, but it seems wise. Okay, shitting time. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, go to my Patreon and subscribe, patreon.com/theheliosblog. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, and Tom M. Just click more underneath the video, and all the links are there. Just go to the donate one. All right, shitting is done. Let's continue.
The reason they do that is instinctually it's a submissive sign. Like, please, world, don't hurt me. And women detect that shit. It's not attractive in any way.
That's true. Women want a winner. They don't want a loser weakling. And if you're a loser weakling, they're not going to be interested in you. Absolutely true. 100%. Without a doubt.
Get rid of that shit. Look about your business. You're a full-grown fucking man. You haven't got to look pissed off. You got to look about your business. Look like you know what you're doing. Like
That's
you know
right.
where you're going. Like you're doing something worthwhile. Nobody is doing anything worthwhile going like this.
Absolutely.
Bullshit. Girls don't want to see you fucking happy, having a great time laughing. You're not 5 years old. You're a fucking full-grown man. Looking for a man who's going to take care of her. Looking for a fucking serious G. So put that shit together. Build an Instagram page. Even if you can only get 5 good photos, that's enough. Never update it again. Because girls don't check when the photo was posted. Do you think a girl sees a good picture and goes, oh, that was posted 6 months ago? They don't give a fuck. They look on your fucking page and go, oh, okay, I'll reply to him. Done. Get a couple good pictures. That's that. Next stage. What do you inbox the woman that makes you different from everyone else? Now, everyone watching this, I'm sure you've already inboxed loads of girls on Instagram.
Yeah, and by the way, this applies to Tinder, Hinge, not Bumble, because she has to message you first, although I guess it could apply to Bumble as well, depending on what the girl messages. Perfect freeze frame, by the way. But anyway, the idea is this. The girl gets messaged 1,000 times a day, 10,000 times a day. So if you have the same message as everyone else, it's worthless, right? Yeah, let's see what Andrea has to say.
I don't know what you particularly say. I'll tell you what I would say, and I'll give you screenshot examples. So, a lot of men say, hey, how are you?
Useless.
Hey, how are you? Bitch, she doesn't even know who the fuck you are. Why would she give a shit about telling you how she is? She knows you don't care. You don't care. And she gets that 30 times a day, so she doesn't care. That's a bad idea. You're beautiful isn't bad, but it leaves you open for loads of shit testing. It leaves you open for I know, or LOL, or some kind of sarcastic shit that they reply to you that makes you look like a dick. And you got to instantly fight to prove your manhood. If I message a girl, you're beautiful, and she'll go, I've had like before, LOL, as in laughing. And they're like, what's funny? And then they can ignore you. Then you look like a dickhead. You're beautiful, LOL, what's funny? And then you get blanked. You got to be careful how you set this shit up, because women are looking to shit test you as soon as they can. Women are looking to turn it on you and give you some shit to see how you react to them.
Not exactly. I mean, yes, they are looking to crap test, but here's the idea. Men look to qualify and women look to disqualify. So when a man looks at a girl and has a relationship with her, he's going to think, okay, what can I do? Like, what is she doing that I like? How can I qualify her? Like, you know, what qualities does she have that make her a good girlfriend material, etc. So that's what guys do. Girls look to disqualify. Why is he a loser? Why should I not be with this guy? What do I dislike about this guy? So if you start on the wrong foot, she's immediately going to think, ah, I see. Here's a great reason for me to dislike. And then ghost. Or no reply.
Straight away. So in my experience, what I find raises intrigue, it inspires them to respond, and also makes it extremely difficult for them to shit test me is I ask where they are. So what I do, and you're going to see a screenshot in a second, I live in Bucharest, Romania, but it doesn't matter if I'm in London, Bucharest, Moscow, anywhere I am. I just say Bucharest, or Moscow, or London, Sometimes, because like I said, intrigue, I'll put a completely pointless emoji on the end. Some cherries, or an orange, or a strawberry. Because it doesn't mean anything. So the girl's sitting there, she's scrolling through, how are you, you're sexy, how are you, you're sexy, how are you, sexy. Bucharest, strawberry, what the fuck? Yeah, I am in Bucharest. Then they start to think, why does he want to know where I am? Like, does he want to fuck me? Has he seen me? Does he have something of interest for me? And they usually reply, yeah, why? Or yeah. Because they're interested. They're like, well, what the fuck, what does he want to know for?
Yeah, actually, very interesting. Usually, my strategy that I talked about in my book is messaging her. You seem cool. You should message me, or something along those lines, right? So basically, she has to qualify herself to you as opposed to you. You see what I'm saying? So you're kind of judging her as opposed to inviting her to judge you. So you flip the script, right? Is what I. But again, that also invites. she could crap test by saying, yeah, I am cool, thanks, and then, you know, you say something else and then she just ghosts. It's true. But it's rarer than you saying you're beautiful or whatever. Because you seem cool. So if she doesn't reply properly, then you have an excuse to ghost. You see what I'm saying? It's like already psychological warfare right at the beginning, right? But Andrew's is actually interesting. Just message location with some random emoji and see what happens. You can try it. It seems interesting, actually.
So that's how you get the instant response. In my experience, I've done a lot. Like I said, I got a PhD. You bought this course for a fucking reason. I know what to do. In my experience, it's the best message to send. Of course, not every girl's going to reply. But the ones who do, you've already, from the first question, raised some kind of intrigue. Because they want to know why you want to talk to them. They're a bit like, that's interesting. So we're going to play through an example here of a girl. I'm going to look at it on my phone. We're going to put the graphics up in the video because we're fucking professionals, me and my boy James. So here's a very perfect example. Chick, a 9, hot. Bucharest, hey, yes. Then my reply, why do I never see you? Where are you hiding? That's my reply. Because once again,
I like it. That's clever. That's actually nice. That's actually nice. Why do I never see you? Where are you hiding? Yeah. I like that. The implication is I'm everywhere, you know, like okay. I like that. Yeah. Again, the usual direction that I go in is like, tell me some qualities about yourself that are not your looks. That, you know, it's like getting her to qualify herself, right? It's like, what are your 2 best qualities other than your looks, right? Or what is your best quality other than your looks? So like, some girls interpret it as me complimenting her, but other girls are like, oh, he doesn't, you know, looks aren't his primary focus. Of course it is, but the point is that you're playing the game by saying that, which already puts you miles ahead of most men that don't understand that if you tell a girl all you're interested in is her looks, she has an easy reason to tell you no, right? There's no plausible deniability if you say that kind of stuff. I like Andrew's. Andrew's is playful. It's clever. That works for sure.
it's some intrigue. It's an easy, women like easy conversation. What women don't want to do for a guy they don't know and have never met is think. If a woman has to sit there and go, what do I reply? They ain't going to reply. If a woman looks at her phone and she hasn't got something instantly she wants to say, she ain't going to say anything.
This is why my question is about herself, right? Because women love talking about themselves and thinking about themselves is solipsistic. So if, like, you give them, what's your best quality? The girl's gonna say, well, I'm, X. And then this also gives you a chance to disqualify them. If they say something that's, like, very, red flaggy, then you can just leave, right? Yeah.
Because she has so many messages a day as a woman that if you don't get inspired to instantly type something back, you're not going to type anything. So if you just say something boring, they'll look at it and leave you on red. You got to write something that makes them instantly reply. So I said, why do I never see you? Where are you hiding? And the reason I say that in a very particular way is because it's extremely easy for them, 99% of them say, I'm not hiding. That's what nearly every one of them says. I'm not hiding. All of them. What did this bitch say? Let me check. I'm not hiding. Oh, no, this bitch said she was hiding. So there we go. Make myself look stupid. I'm hiding in work right now. Don't have much free time. Also notice I put cherries on there when I said, where are you hiding? Why did I put cherries? Who the fuck knows? Your guess is as good as mine, friend. It just makes my messages different because no one gets messages with cherries. If you motherfuckers start putting cherries in your messages, I'm going to come over and beat the fuck out of you. It's my thing. Choose a different fruit.
It's so dumb. But right, if every guy starts messaging cherries, 99% of the time what's going to happen 99% of the time these girls will start making TikToks. Why are all these guys messaging cherries? They'll and then it'll become normal, right? It has to just be something different.
Anyway, they don't get messages with cherries. So it's like, the fuck cherries? When girls say to me, why do you put cherries on the messages? I always say, who doesn't like cherries? And they're like, LOL, true. So that's how you get out of the cherry thing. So if you choose strawberries and a bitch gets fresh over the strawberries, you can say, well, who doesn't like strawberries? Fucking what the fuck? Strawberries are good. Calm yourself down. So that's what that is. I'm hiding work right now. Don't have much time. I said, what work do you do? Break hearts. Look how fucking smooth I am.
That's clever. Yeah, I like it. It's clever and funny. Yeah, that works for sure. That's solid. So what he's doing, he's not explaining what he's doing, but what he's doing is he's emotionalizing the conversation, right? Because girls don't want to talk about logical garbage. They want to feel something. So if they feel something with your message and not with other guys' message, they're going to want to meet you. And of course, you need to be, tall and strong and physically fit and have a nice profile and all this garbage because women want winners. So she's not going to message any guy that isn't a winner, right? And so all these winner guys that are messaging her, they're all like, hey, you're beautiful, and then yours is different. That's the point. It's really not that complicated, right? You just got to emotionalize the conversation. That's what he's doing with the break hearts thing.
How smooth I am. So what I'm doing there, I need to shut the phone, is giving her a compliment. Because there ain't no ugly bitches out there who are breaking hearts. Only hot girls break hearts. So what I'm basically saying is you're hot. But I'm saying it in a smooth,
in an indirect way.
I'm a fucking G. So what do you do for work? Break hearts. I say that because it's a compliment. She replies, I do that in my free time. Smiley face. And I put, for fun. And then I would say, good thing I'm strong, I'm not afraid. So once again, I'm establishing some dominance there. I've given her a compliment, but I'm also letting her know I'm the fucking G. Like I said, everyone has to have their own unique style. I'm not saying to say exactly what I say. What I'm trying to explain to you is why I do it. I put the
right. So, again, if you message like Andrew, but you're not kind of from his frame, it's incongruent, right? But the underlying concept to take from this, is emotionalize the conversation and put your own spin on it so you're different from other guys. That's the point, right? And again, she's never going to reply to a guy she doesn't consider attractive. Just keep that in mind. If she's replying to you, you're in her top 5%. Okay? Keep that in mind. So if she's replying, it's already a good sign. You just got to make sure that it's different, right? It's different than what other people are doing. And it's your particular style, so you're congruent, right? Because when she meets you, she's expecting that kind of energy that you're putting out in your texts. So, again, if like my text, for example, are qualification. She's qualifying herself to me. And then when we're in person, I'm the same. I expect her to be qualifying herself to me, to be convincing me that I want to be with her, right? Which is the same frame. And you're putting the kind of tests and the rules and the stuff on her, which is boundaries and etc., right? This sort of thing, your messages have to be congruent with your character. That's the point.
Cherries because it makes my messages unique. I ask where they are. That's the one thing I would recommend everyone start with. If you want to fuck a girl and you're in fucking Grand Rapids, Michigan, go on Instagram, type in Grand Rapids, Michigan, see some dickhead hoes who have tagged themselves, and message them and say Grand Rapids ? And go, why? Just say, oh, I never see you around, where you're hiding. It's a good opener. That's the opener you can take, but the rest of it has to be you.
Right. And then when they say, when they reply to where are you hiding, like, let me think about how I would reply. So they'll say something like, tee-hee, like, I'm not hiding, I'm at work. Oh, I see. So you're incredibly excited then, right? And they'll talk about how they're bored out of their minds. It's like, okay, let me fix that for you. Let me... meet me at X time at X place, la la la. You see? Bam! I'm transitioning from emotionalizing the conversation into logistics. And the point is this. You want to go to logistics as fast as you can because she doesn't have time and you don't want to waste time. And if she's not going to go to logistics to meet you in person, she's a time waster. So why would you waste your time messaging 25 messages to a girl? It's a time waster anyway. If she wants to meet you, she's going to meet you if she's attracted to you, right? And if she's attracted to you and doesn't want to meet you, then you should go to a girl that does want to, logically.
You can't pretend to be anyone other than yourself. Impersonating someone else is not going to work in the long term.
Indeed.
However, you got to be yourself. You got to be yourself in the right way. You can't just, you got to put things in the right angle. So I'm explaining why I do what I do, and you need to listen to it, understand why I'm doing what I do, and apply it to your own style. Don't copy me word for fucking word.
It's not going to work.
She says, "Good thing I'm strong. I'm not afraid." She goes, "I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad to break hearts."
Yeah, you can never know, right? So that's a crap test. Just kidding. So you can tell the girl is really confident, right? Oh, and by the way, look at this. Triple text. Triple text is like, if a girl ever triple texts you, she's super interested in you. So if she's super interested in you, you're probably getting laid, right? But it has to happen then. The second they send the triple text, you send the meet with logistics message. And by the way, the meet with logistics message, it can't be, it's got to be today, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow. It can't be more than 2 days in advance. Otherwise, she's going to forget you exist. Keep that in mind.
I say. Then I asked her how old she was. I always ask how old they are. I don't know why. It's something they always seem to reply to. No matter what they say, whether it's 30 or fucking, and unless they're really young. If they're above 20, between the age of 20 and 30, if they're a teenager, I usually say, "Oh, you're young. I'm an old man." But if they're like whatever her age was, I don't think I've screenshot this properly, I say, "That's a good age. You're old enough to have fun, yet young enough to be smart." Sorry, young enough to have fun, but old enough to be smart. I always say that. Girls like that line, because it makes them sound like, "Oh yeah, I'm 23. I'm old enough to be smart, but young enough to have fun." You ain't smart, bitch, you dumb. But still, I say that. They like that shit. Then I say, "I'm a very old man. I'm 30. He goes, "Yes, I would like to stay forever at this age." Now remember what I said earlier about 20 minutes ago in this video. We are always aiming for progression. This girl is now getting my attention. So far this exchange has happened this about a minute and a half long. Because once again with women, they get bored quick. If I don't reply to her quickly, if I leave her for a couple hours and then try and message her again,
it's done.
She's going to, good age. You're old enough to have fun, yet young enough to be smart. Sorry, young enough to have fun, but old enough to be smart. I always say that. Girls like that line. Because it makes them sound like, "Oh yeah, I'm 23. I'm old."
So again, guys, what he says here, in my opinion, is useless, right? Where he says, asking her age and all that. You've already done this. You don't need to do this. What you need now is to get her to meet up with you. So, and in my experience, asking the girl to meet up works better than asking for a number and then asking her to meet up. You ask her to meet up, and then once she agrees, then you say, "Message me at X number," and then you reply to that and you give her the logistics the day of. That's how you're supposed to do it. This stuff is actually a waste. It's useless. It's a waste of time. To schmooze more is a waste of time. So like, when she says, "I'd like to stay forever at this age, I can make you immortal," or WhatsApp him, la la la. If he doesn't respond, I'll give you his Instagram, he likes all my posts. Like, this is BS. It's useless, right? You're not transitioning from the conversation to meeting in person and having bedroom fun, which is what you're interested in. This is bad advice, in my opinion. But the first part is very good. All right. Let's go to the Reddit article. It was posted on Relationship Advice 15 hours ago, and this one exceeded the comma limits, okay? So it's pretty popular. The title is, "My boyfriend of 5 years doesn't want me wearing certain clothes," and they're both 20 years old. "My style is pretty modest on the regular. I don't wear clothes that are revealing or anything like that because I prefer not to. I also come from a pretty strict household, so I'm not allowed to wear things that are revealing or too, attractive or bedroom funny. My boyfriend does not want me wearing dresses above my knees because he thinks guys will be interested in me. I'm not trying to wear mini dresses, but like dresses above my knees don't bother me, and I feel pretty because I like my legs. Anyway, we disagree about dress lengths all the time, and he says I'm crossing his boundary on what he feels comfortable with me wearing. That rubs me the wrong way, and he says I'm being disrespectful because I'm not considering his perspective. I've been catcalled fully clothed before, so my mentality is that getting bedroom fun-ized isn't something that I can control, and I want to live my life not bothered. I understand where he's coming from, but this rule makes me feel restricted because I love dressing up. Dress up for your boyfriend, not for the public. That's my response to this. This is the red flag here, where she says, I want to live my life not bothered. That's a red flag. What does it say? I want to live a life without boundaries. I just want to do what I want. Well, you're in a relationship. You can't just do what you want. So if the guy allows this, that's the slippery slope. Oh yeah, look at this comment. Look at this comment. 13 hours ago. Yeah, this one is classic womanist, okay? He's the one bedroom funizing you. You need to break up. He doesn't get to say what you can wear, and respect is a two-way street. He isn't respecting you or your body. What? No. Letting your girl wear a for sale sign is not being respectful. She's not respecting herself or respecting her boyfriend by doing that. So, utterly ridiculous comment. Yeah, he has got serious jealousy issues. It sounds like he's gonna end up being very controlling. Would you be okay with this kind of behavior for the foreseeable future? If not, I suggest you exit the relationship. Somebody says, I shudder to imagine what would happen if they had daughters. Right, because daughters should just do whatever they want, right? Here's a comment. Maybe remind him that guys will bedroom funize no matter what you're wearing. True, but if you encourage it, it's worse. This concept of boundaries, like many other things that once had meaning in psychological therapeutic context, has now been stripped of its value. Boundaries are rules that we make with other people related to the way they treat us. They're not some magical spell you can cast on someone else to force them to do what you want. So telling is misusing the word and dress as you please. Yeah, ridiculous. Like, again, basically, what's the frame that this commenter is trying to say? It's my way or the highway. My frame and no frame. Yeah. This guy is ruining the relationship. You're going to follow his rules or end the relationship. Simple. Like it's... Anyway, we're going to end the video there. Hit the sub. Hit the like. Go to my Patreon, subscribe. Patreon.com/theheliosblog. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, and Tom M. Just hit more underneath the video. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Take care of yourselves, guys. And I'll see you next time.